There's a growing body of evidence documenting the wide range of health benefits we can get from oolong tea, from weight management to heart health, brain health, digestive health. But how do we make sure we maximise these benefits and we aren't leaving anything on the table? In this video, we'll explore 6 tips to ensure you get the maximum health kick from every cup. Let's jump in. The first thing you should be doing is choosing a high quality oolong tea. There's a wide range of quality on the market and it can be quite overwhelming. All you need to do is type oolong tea into Amazon and hundreds of results come up. You'd be best going for the whole leaf organic tea to avoid any additives or pesticides. The best oolong teas often come from specific regions in China and Taiwan, so that is something to look out for on the packaging. There are quite a few that are available online, so you're not just limited to your local high street Holland & Barrett, you do have options there. The top quality ones, they will also state the harvest dates, and usually the more recent the date, the fresher, so it's just another little attribute to look out for when you're looking at the packaging of the tea that you're buying. The reason it's so important to look out for the higher quality stuff is the higher quality oolong teas tend to have higher antioxidant content, they often have less contamination, and they also have more bioavailable nutrients, which from a health point of view is super important. They may be more expensive, but the health benefits will be far greater, and to be honest, the taste will also be a lot nicer. One of the most expensive teas ever is a Da Hong Pao, and apologies in advance if I've absolutely butchered that pronunciation, but that came in at £10,000 a pot. So I'm not suggesting you have to go and do that, but you definitely get what you pay for when it comes to quality. And if you invest in a better quality, you will reap the rewards of a higher health beneficial cup of tea. Once you have the tea, the next thing is to make sure that you store it properly. Exposure to light and air degrade the polyphenols and antioxidants that are found in oolong tea, so it is important that you store it in a cool, dark place in an airtight container to prevent any light coming through and prevent any moisture coming into the tea. Ensuring that you store the tea properly maintains the health benefits for a longer period, which is typically 6 to 12 months. Right, now it's time to make the tea. What can we do here to maximise the health benefits? It's important that you prepare the oolong tea correctly. If you've been drinking your standard breakfast tea, this one can be a difficult habit to crack. I know it was for me. Oolong tea is more delicate than a traditional breakfast tea, so try not to use boiling water and instead go for water that's sort of 85 to 95 degrees, depending on the oxidation level of the oolong tea. But your highly oxidized oolong can be enjoyed at a slightly higher temperature. The lower oxidized one go more towards the 85, but it can vary a little bit depending on the type of tea that you're actually drinking. Using boiling water won't destroy the health benefits of the tea, but it can reduce the antioxidant and bioactive compounds. And I also just find you get a better taste when you don't boil it as much. Instead of waiting for the kettle to boil to the absolute max, just flick the off switch a little bit beforehand, or if you want to get a bit more technical, you can use a thermometer to make sure that it hits the right temperature at the right time, or you could just add a little bit of cold water into the cup first before you add the tea in. Another consideration to bear in mind is the steeping time for the tea. There is a fine balance to be struck here because you want to extract all the antioxidants and all the good stuff, but without over extracting, which gives you that bitter taste that you can come across when you've done it a little bit too long. Lightly oxidized oolong, rough guideline, steep for 1 to 2 minutes. Your more heavily oxidized oolong, go for around 3 to 5 minutes. Oolong tea can be steeped multiple times, just don't do it too often. 3 is a good guideline. If you get a higher quality oolong tea, it can be steeped more than this. You can go up to 5, 6, 7 times, which is obviously another reason to invest in a higher quality tea. Obviously just be aware that the health benefits will start to decrease the more times you steep it, so after the first few steeps is probably not a bad guideline, and then after that you'd be better off using a fresh batch. The timings for drinking oolong are also important and worth considering, so make sure you drink it at the right time. A lot of people don't realise that a lot of these teas, they do have caffeine in, similar to coffee. Oolong tea in particular contains caffeine and L-theanine, which is great in the morning because it can help kickstart metabolism, give you that energy boost. 30 minutes to an hour after meals, it's also really good because it aids with digestion, it boosts fat oxidation, which is fantastic for weight management, but obviously just be careful around night time because it does have a reasonable caffeine content. A cup of oolong tea contains 38.4 milligrams of caffeine, which is more than green tea and less than black tea, so it can potentially disrupt sleep if it's nearer to bedtime, particularly if you're sensitive to caffeine. But this time I normally switch over to a chamomile tea to help me relax and unwind properly before bed. And just as a general rule, I don't drink caffeine after 12 p.m. to just give my body as much time as possible to break down any caffeine before I go to sleep so that it isn't affecting that. Point to consider is the amount of oolong tea that you have. 2 to 3 cups a day is a good guideline. That allows you to maximise the health benefits, so you improve metabolism, good heart health, mental alertness, fat oxidation. Obviously if you're sensitive to caffeine or you're already drinking 2 to 3 cups of coffee alongside the oolong tea, just monitor it, take it steady. You want to make sure that you don't overload on caffeine and that it starts affecting your sleep because that is not a good health benefit. Just be wary when it comes to the amount of caffeine you're actually drinking. The final point is be smart with the additives that you're putting in your oolong tea. Commons or add a bit of lemon, which will boost the antioxidants in there and the vitamin C content. You could add a little bit of ginger for anti-inflammatory and further digestive benefits. Personally, my go-to is cinnamon and lemon, particularly around this time of year when it gets a little bit colder and it's winter. The beauty of oolong tea is it's versatile, so you can add a few different combinations, which not only maximise the taste, but will also maximise the health benefits that you're getting from each cup. And it allows you to keep a little bit of variety going rather than having the same thing each time. You try to use sugar sparingly, if at all. If you're wanting a little bit more of a sweet kick, then try and use an alternative. Maybe honey is a good option. Certainly something that I will add in from time to time. So there we have it, 6 ways to maximise the health benefits of oolong tea. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos like this. Thank you.